excited to play some AFL footy again?
Yeah, definitely. Been a long pre-season, been a really enjoyable one, and obviously now we get to crack into round one, which the whole club's really excited about. So yeah, really looking forward to Sunday.
Personally, what have you got out of a change of scenery and different coaches?
Yeah, there's been a lot of change around the footy club, which has been really enjoyable and a freshen up, I suppose. We've brought in a lot of new coaches, some new players, so it's been good to learn a lot of new things, and I suppose we're all in the same boat with new coaches coming in, getting to know them, they're getting to know us, so it's been a really, really pleasing and enjoyable pre-season.
You've spent plenty of time with Tari as your midfield coach. How does he differ as a senior coach?
Yeah, absolutely loved him as a midfield coach. Just the way he went about things and little tips and hints he gave us. He's very similar as a head coach. Very calm. Always asking what we're feeling and what we're seeing out there, even though it's only pre-season training. But now that we've played a couple of games, he's been really big on that, and just a great people person, and great at making relationships. So it's been good.
It's been a very strong pre-season for you. On the track, but also in games as well. What is it? Something been behind that, or for you?
Not really. I think last year I had an interrupted pre-season with sort of 2 different surgeries. So this year it's been pleasing to be able to complete pretty much every session, and I feel like I've got good confidence in my body and the way I've gone about my training. So I've really enjoyed the pre-season.
How much did those surgeries kind of put you behind the 8 ball then last year? Because it probably seemed like, because you're so consistent, it seemed last year's probably one of those ones that was less consistent for you.
Yeah, I think it does make a difference when you can't complete a full pre-season, and you probably don't realise it at the time, but just the amount of work that you're able to get into your legs, and that fitness really comes into it. So again, it's been a really enjoyable aspect of this pre-season.
Having Dewey as the midfield coach now, how's that been?
Yeah, again, really great to get to know him, and he's obviously got a lot of experience playing and coaching, and us as a midfield group have loved having him in charge, and really looking forward to getting into the year.
Publicly, he kind of says, you're a guy that he reckons can have an impact going forward, kicking goals. How do you feel when you hear something like that coming from him?
Yeah, it feels great. I think that's probably a part of my game that I've trying to develop, and hopefully I can take that into the year.
Do you want to be a bit of a sexy midfield?
I wouldn't know about that. No, I'm happy just sort of doing my role, and if that's defensively, offensively, just try and be an all-round sort of player and do my thing.
But did you feel you might have gotten pigeonholed into being that defensive midfielder in previous years?
No, not really. I don't think so. I think different games probably required different things from me, and I was more than happy to put my hand up, and probably had the trust of the coaches to do that job as well. So, I don't think I was pigeonholed at all.
What does Miles do coming into the midfield? What has that changed, sort of that midfield mix and changing into you?
Oh, I don't think it changed anything. I think it just brings another player who's got great speed, great power, can play different roles in that midfield or different positions as well. So, he's going to be a real benefit to the midfield group for sure.
How do you get the best out of the midfield group? Because I reckon heading into last year, most people have said that was your best area. And probably throughout the year as a whole wasn't a very consistent area of the ground.
Yeah, I don't think it's too much of a challenge. I think we've got some elite players in there who are really special, and it's probably just about us probably gelling a little bit more together and working with each other to sort of get the best out of the whole group, and that's something that we've touched on this pre-season, and looking forward to cracking in.
How have you seen Jack Watkins come in as a very solid player in the VFL, then great in the sample, and then as a spot on the list, and what can he potentially bring if he does get an early nod?
Yeah, Watto's been super. Had a great pre-season ever since he come to the club. Even last year playing in the sample, just he's hard-working, reliable, trustworthy teammate, and you sort of just know what you're going to get. So it was pumped for him to get a go on the weekend, and he's definitely put his hand up for selection, so it's exciting.
What does it say about him and his resilience that he can overcome getting past it, like Port Adelaide twice last year, SSP and then mid-season, and then finally get a spot on an AFL list?
Yeah, I think for him, wherever he's played, he's always played well, whether that was in the VFL, SANFL. This pre-season, he's been training really well, so he knows he can do it. He's got confidence in himself, and he's backed that up. So, yeah, look, it's exciting for him, and he's very deserving of a spot on the list for sure.
How do you support? I mean, we're all pretty sure the boos are going to come for Jason thick and fast. We saw what happened when he last played North Melbourne at Adelaide last year. How do you as a team support him when that comes?
Yeah, I think for Jason, he's obviously dealt with that for a little while now, so he'll have some things in place himself to be able to deal with that. And for us as teammates, just about supporting him and trying to keep him in the game. And when he's out there, he's very competitive. So I've got no doubt he'll be focused on the game and wanting to play well. So look, he'll love the challenge, and he was looking forward to it.
Is there much of a difference now being vice captain than being in the leadership group as you were in previous years?
Yeah, well, I guess a little bit. I suppose it's just probably an extra title there as well. But extremely honoured to be vice captain of this footy club. And I suppose for me, looking back on my journey and where I started to where I am now, it's very pleasing. And I love the club, love the group, and just excited to get into this year and see how we go.
How have you grown as a leader? Been in there for years now. What's your sort of growth in your game?
Yeah, I feel like you sort of don't have to change too much. Sort of in there for a reason. Obviously, sort of voted in, and the coaches see that as well. So for me, it's just about being myself and really bringing out my strengths and trying to bring out the strengths in others as well.
How would you go with the team talk? Rosie was sick or something?
Yeah, I did one against the Crows in the internal trial. Just have a little bit of practice. So not too sure what I said, but I think I'll be all right. Hopefully.
What was the feedback?
Didn't get much feedback, so taking that as a good thing. Yeah.